So we was looking at previously all the gadgets that are available. So we're here with another company looking at the gadgets that they have on offer. So if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Andy Moss, and I'm from Moss Technical Services, and we're the distributor of Nico Home Control for the UK.
Okay.
So Nico Home Control is the modern electrical installation. Wiring's not changed for about 40 years.
Yeah.
It's still wire things the same, and it's very inflexible. The light switch only ever operates the light, thermostats only ever operate heating, and if the fire alarm goes off, it just makes a noise.
Yeah.
Now we can just integrate these things together now in an easier way.
Okay.
So if I just show you now. This is the older way of doing it.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing wrong with it. It still works. The light switch will just operate the light itself, and it won't do anything else. Quite a lot of time involved in wiring this. Okay, to actually terminate that as well as putting the cables down to the switch. Okay. This is the new way of doing it. Okay. If I just take that off there, we wire it with a 2-wire cable. So a 2-wire cable, and we have a little plate that goes on the wall.
Yeah.
We select our control for that, which then goes on the wall itself, and that's it, done.
Okay.
Okay. Every button's got its own unique address. Now this is a wired system. The problem you have with wireless systems, or can have with wireless systems, is to do with bandwidth. So internet and broadband is getting more and more under pressure these days with streaming videos.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is if you have a buffering issue because your bandwidth isn't capable, okay, then all of a sudden you'll find your heating doesn't work, or your light switch doesn't turn on when you push a button.
Yeah.
So by wiring it, hardwired, means that you've got a very reliable system for a start.
Okay.
It's very quick to wire. We wire the property like a bicycle wheel now.
Okay.
If you visualize a bicycle wheel where you've got the hub in the middle and you've got all the spokes now become the circuits.
Okay.
So our circuits now are our wall lights, ceiling lights, table lamps, outside lights. Every circuit now is wired like a spoke of a wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. And we connect all of our controls now to this same cable, this bus cable. So when I push a button here, if you see the light in the top right-hand corner, I send the address to the controller, and that operates the relevant circuits.
Yes.
Because I've got central control. Just like this one here in the middle, I can press and hold now to dim down, or I can press and hold the same button to dim back up. But what I can do is I can push one button that creates an entire lighting scene.
Okay.
Or a different lighting scene. Okay, or a different lighting scene. And it's useful to actually have the feedback on the button as well, a little light that actually shows that the circuit is created. So it gives us central control, okay? Very, very simply. Okay. All of our thermostats match our switches, and we can influence those now. So for instance, when I walk out of the house, if that is programmed to turn down at 9 o'clock, but I go out of the house at 8 o'clock, then that's going to carry on heating normally for an extra hour unnecessarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I arm my alarm, if I simulate arming my alarm, so I've simulated arming my alarm, you'll notice my thermostat has now turned down, okay, just by walking out of the door.
Amazing.
Yeah, my lights have all turned off, and now it knows when the system knows we're not in.
Okay.
So the lights are going to turn on and off at random in the evening.
Yeah.
And now if somebody comes onto my property while I'm out,
Censored lights.
sensor light brings on the outside light first, then the bedroom,
Okay.
then the landing, okay, and then the hall.
That's amazing for the security aspect of it.
Yeah.
They're never going to know who's in or out.
In or out, yeah. So security benefits, safety benefits. For instance, we can have lights turning on if the fire alarm goes off. Okay.
Oh,
To give you
okay.
an orientated escape route.
Yep.
Okay. It's comfortable, it's flexible, you can change it, okay, very easily. If you don't like how a room operates, you can reprogram it.
Okay.
Whereas doing it the old way, you're stuck.
You're stuck.
Yeah.
No movement around it.
So it's an integrated system, integrating lighting, heating, ventilation, motor control for curtains and blinds. Another example could be the bathroom light.
Yeah.
When you press the light normally to go in, the light comes on at 100% and the fan normally comes on straight away. Okay. With what we can do is we can have the light coming on at 100% in the evening and the fan coming on 3 minutes later. Okay.
Once the room is steamed up,
yeah,
and that's when it's needed.
But if you're in and out quickly,
then it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. You see. Okay. 2 o'clock in the morning, though, the same button only brings the light on at 10%.
in line with what the body actually needs at 2 o'clock in the morning. You just need to know where to go, not wake you up fully.
Exactly.
So do you think, or have you noticed that more and more people are bringing so many more, well, a lot more gadgets into the everyday use?
Yeah. There's a lot of this technology coming onto the market now because it is market driven.
Yes.
There's a lot of retrofit things coming on that rely on radio frequency, Wi-Fi, various other different sort of technologies of communication. This is the modern electrical installation. So being a hardwired system, we like to refer to it as the modern electrical installation rather than gadgets because it's very real. It makes for a better living space. You know, if your lifestyle changes, if you end up later in life and mobility is an issue, then you can still control your home from your phone, but it just makes for independent living for longer.
Would you say that more and more people, as gadgets become more accessible, that would be an entice for people to buy a certain property because it has all these gadgets already in place?
Exactly. I mean, everybody's going to be building a property or doing a rewire, doing a modernisation of a home, and they're going to be selecting the latest technology of heating, of ventilation, of build methods, and insulation windows, things like that.
Yeah.
But then if they wire it the same way we have for 40 years, then they've got a completely inflexible system. So by wiring it the new way does add value to the home, whether you're selling it or letting it. It's saleability factor as well. You know, if you've got two identical homes and one is smart home and one isn't, then of course you've got the added benefit there as well.
So we're looking at smart home. Obviously everyone's looking at the energy ratings on the properties. Does this improve the energy ratings, would you say?
Yeah, of course. It's very difficult to calculate, but as an exact figure, but by automatically turning lights off that aren't needed, and by turning your heating down that's not needed when you're out of the house, or zone heating, which you can do as well, so you're not heating rooms unnecessarily, of course it's going to save you energy, save you money.
So it's those little changes, ultimately
little things like when your bathroom fan comes on normally when you go into a bathroom, that's not only wasting electricity, albeit not very much, but it's sucking your nice warm air to outside.
Yes.
You see, so if you can avoid that coming on when it's not needed, then of course it's going to give you that
a little bit saving.
You add everything up over 12 months and that's quite a big saving.
So ultimately all the gadgets the initial price that you pay out, at some point you do start recouping it based on all the savings that you'll actually make on your energy bills.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a capital investment at the start.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of the building infrastructure, and people need to see this as high on the agenda for the structure of the property. You know, yes, a kitchen will sell a home, but you know, our feeling is that you really need to be thinking about the infrastructure for the wiring, you know, for the heating system, the things that are going to, you know, give you longevity of that home. You know, afterwards you can add your kitchen later on. So personally, I would prioritise my budget to this, which is not very much more than a conventional installation, because there's a lot of savings to be made on install by making savings with cabling. But try not to go down the road of retrofit Wi-Fi based things, because you know, you'll find it starts buffering when you're calling for heating and things like that if you're not careful.
So thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Bye.